Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about enabling remote connections, configuring network protocols and the ports. So as earlier we have discussed, this is a part of post SQL Server installation. Part 4 and part 5 I am covering in this videos only. So we have opened one server. Okay. So enabling remote connection, what do you mean by this? So once the installation done, so we need to keep ready this server to accessing for the client side or for some user or other servers. We need to access this server from the other server, so we need to configure the ports. We need to enable the remote connections. So for enabling the remote connection, what we need to do, first we need to open SQL Server Configuration Manager. SQL Server Configuration Manager, here it's open. I have clicked. So SQL Server Network Configuration, under this we got protocols for SQL Server and DBA guardians. This is I have done as a named instance. For we need to work about this protocol for MS SQL Server, that is the default instance. So once we click over here, we got the protocol name, three sections: shared memory, name pipes and TCP IP port. So these three are the ways through which our servers can communicate through the other servers, or the other user, third party or any application side users can able to access these servers. So first, as a DBA, we just considered about the TCP IP port. We need to click over there. As the status we can able to see, it is disabled, we need to enable it. Right click, properties. So in the protocol page we got enable, there is down arrow, we need to click over here, we need to click yes, and then keep alive. Keep alive, this is a in milliseconds, 30,000 milliseconds. So once anybody connected this server, this is alive for 30,000 milliseconds, and after that it is disconnected. So in the IP address page, there is a IP address, dynamic ports, IP1, IP2. So if you go down here, we can able to see IP on. So there is a two option: TCP dynamic ports and TCP ports. So TCP dynamic ports is generally used for the named instance. Here we have one DBA guardians instance. This is used for TCP IP ports, generally are giving for the named instance, but this is a default instance, so we need to give in the TCP port as a default port 1433. I'm giving 1433. Okay, so in the TCP port we have given this, and dynamic port is not required in the name default instance as well in the production servers to for the security reasons. So I'm applying, and okay, we need restart and click OK. So we can able to see over here that TCP IP port is enabled. Okay, now you need to click over here in the services. Let's refresh the services once. Okay, let's restart once. I'm restarting the services. SQL polyvision. I want to restart. Yes, I want to restart it. I'm sorry. As the system is going to restart, it will take few minutes. I think it's taken. So after that, I will show you how to configure the window firewall. First, let complete this one. Yeah, it's done. Now SQL Server, our default instance is running fine. So now we need to open the window firewall. In the search button, just give window firewall. Just click on that. So here we got inbound rule. Inbound rule means we need to set one inbound rule. Okay, inbound rule means from outside. From outside, the users want to connect this server. That's called the inbound rule. This kind of a traffic we allow it. So we need to create Right click, new rule. So these are the steps we need to follow. This is a rule type. In the rule type, first we need to give the port, because we are configuring the port. Then we need to click on next. Then in the protocol and ports, we need to give, does this rule apply to TCS or UDP? So we have given for the TCP port only, and all local ports, no, we are not applying for the all local ports. We are applying a specific local ports, which is 1433. I'm giving for this ports only. Next, in action, we have three options in the actions. What action should be taken when a connection matches the specific conditions? Allow the connections, allow the connection if it is secure, and block the connections. We are giving allow the connections. Next, then when does this rule apply? We have the three sections in the domain, private and public. We are giving for all three. The next, in the name we need to give a name, suppose or SQL, any name you can able to give 1433 port. Okay, if you want to give any descriptions you can, but it's not required. Now let's finish. Click on the finish button. So our inbound rule is SQL 1433 is configured. Okay, outbound rule means if you want anything to give from these servers to outside, like database mail configuration, replications from these servers to one of the servers, so in that case we need to configure the outbound rule, but right now it's not required, so we have created the inbound rule. Okay, so let's, so this is our server. Okay, rrkl r5psk39. So we will connect in another server for this server, and we will check whether it's connecting or not. For that we need to know our IP address for this connection. So cmd, just give IP config. So you can able to know your IP address for the servers 10.10.10.3. Okay, now I'm connecting the another server. Here is the another server. This is a server. So this is a server B, suppose CH7V8J18. I am connecting the another server. First of all, we need to check whether our both the server is connecting or not. We need to open CMD in this server also. Now just ping that server. First of all, let's check what is the IP of this server. If config 10.10.10.1. Now let's ping that server 10.10.10.3. Okay, so the loss is 0%. That means that server is also connecting. So that server is able to connect database engine. We need to give when, what is the name of that server? rrkl rklr 5psk39. 5psk39. Okay, so that server is connected in the server only. Okay, so in this we have configured the window firewall and the ports. So if you like this video, just subscribe the SQL DBA for more production DBA skills. Thank you.